Okay, you know that feeling. That strange, spooky, unsettling feeling that makes the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. We're gonna dive into the science behind that very specific sensation, the feeling of being watched.
Right? We've all been there. You're just walking down the street, maybe sitting in a coffee shop, or you're home alone, and suddenly, you just know someone's eyes are on you. So, is it just you being paranoid, or is there something else going on here?
Well, the truth is actually way more fascinating than some kind of psychic power. This is not a sixth sense. What you're feeling is a really sophisticated, really ancient survival system that's literally hardwired into your brain.
And if you felt it, you are in very, very good company. Research shows that a staggering 94% of people have experienced this exact same sensation. It's pretty much a universal human thing. So, what's really behind it? So, to figure this out, let's start with the hardware. To understand why we're so good at sensing a stare, we first have to understand why we're so easy to spot when we're staring. And it all starts with the unique way our eyes are built.
See, unlike most animals in the wild, whose eyes are often camouflaged to hide from predators or from their prey, human eyes seem to have evolved for the complete opposite reason: to be seen, to make it incredibly obvious where we're looking.
And it really comes down to a couple of key things. First, that large white area of your eye, it's called the sclera, it creates this high contrast background for your darker iris and pupil. It's a super simple but brilliant design that makes it dead easy for other people to see exactly where we're looking. And that's a crucial tool for the kind of complex social cooperation that really defines us as a species.
This unique biology creates a really well-documented thing called the stare in the crowd effect. And it's exactly what it sounds like. Our brains are built to find a direct stare, eyes looking right at us, way, way faster than eyes that are looking away. It's like a priority signal, whether it's a threat or an invitation.
Okay, so that's the hardware. Now let's look at the software. The powerful neurological systems that process all this information with just incredible speed. And the speed is just astonishing. Researchers found it's a clear two-step process. In just 20 milliseconds, your brain gets the general direction a person's head is facing. But by 140 milliseconds, it has zeroed in on the precise direction of their eyes. This is all happening way faster than you can even blink.
But here's where it gets really wild. This system can work completely outside of our conscious awareness. Take the case of a patient known as Tien. Now, he was cortically blind. His eyes worked fine, but his brain's vision center was damaged. He couldn't consciously see anything. And yet, when scientists showed him pictures of faces looking right at him, his amygdala, that's the brain's ancient alarm system, it lit up like a Christmas tree. His brain knew he was being watched, even when his conscious mind had absolutely no idea.
And this isn't something we learn. Nope, it's built in. Studies have shown that newborn babies, we're talking just 2 to 5 days old, already prefer to look at faces that are looking directly at them. Our gaze detection software comes pre-installed right from birth.
Okay, so we have this super fast, unconscious, built-in system for detecting gazes. But if it's so good, why does it get it wrong sometimes? Why do we get that phantom, creepy feeling of being watched when nobody is even there?
Well, our system is highly sensitive, but it is not perfect. It's designed to err on the side of caution. Better safe than sorry. So in a fuzzy situation, like someone in your peripheral vision or someone wearing sunglasses, your brain just defaults to assuming you are being watched. It's a false alarm. And then confirmation bias kicks in. We vividly remember that one time we turned around and someone was looking, and we totally forget the hundreds of times nobody was there at all.
So, we have this ancient biological system, evolved over thousands and thousands of years. But what happens when you take that prehistoric software and run it in our modern world? A world filled with the unblinking eyes of surveillance cameras everywhere? Well, the answer is both surprising and, honestly, a little unsettling.
A really fascinating study published by Oxford Academic decided to ask exactly that question. They set up this experiment where one group of people knew they were being monitored on CCTV while they did a task, and another group had no idea. So, what happened to their brains?
The results were remarkable. Just look at this chart. The control group took, on average, almost 3.8 seconds to spot hidden faces in a picture. But the group that knew they were being watched, they were significantly faster, finding the faces in just over 3 seconds. The simple knowledge of being watched gave their brains a measurable boost in performance.
Yeah, that's a performance boost of almost a full second. Think about that for a minute. Being watched literally made their unconscious perception faster.
This is not just a change in behavior, this is a fundamental change in how their brain was processing the world.
And the effect was incredibly specific. The speed boost only worked for finding faces, not other random patterns. And here's the kicker. The participants had no idea their performance had improved. It was a totally unconscious change. They were also more accurate. So the takeaway here is profound. Surveillance isn't just making us behave differently. It's fundamentally and involuntarily changing how our brains actually perceive the world around us.
So, what does all this mean? We've gone from a spooky feeling to the biology of our eyes, to the software in our brains, and now all the way to the impact of modern technology?
Here's the bottom line. That feeling of being watched is a powerful, ancient survival instinct. But in our modern, surveilled world, that instinct is being constantly triggered and amplified, and it's sharpening our unconscious abilities in ways we aren't even aware of.
Which leaves us with a final, kind of chilling question. If the ever-present camera can unconsciously make our brains almost a full second faster at a fundamental task, what other deep, imperceptible changes are happening to us in a world where we know we are always being watched?